I analyze, I am the eyes. Yeah, they stand in lie, I stand in truth. That's my I am alive, I am alive, I am alive. I channel God, the frequency lives inside. Delinquencies leap aside, just look inside. I promise you'll find bodies the synagogue. You lie to self, then you sin to God. I take the end of lines, put it in a loop, then I tie a knot. This eternal life, this is Heka'u. We can never die, we are immortalized. They live mortal lives. I am more than man. I have God inside. Whoa. Opened the door and then I got inside. Found my inner child. Gave him a hug. Told him I love him. We gon' be alright. And then I gave a smile. You made me more than proud. Shed some tears. Let us scream aloud. A stand in pride. Grabbed his hand. It was the hand of God. Our fingers five. Double time. We put hands to sky. Raise them high. Raise them high. This is dua. Praise in self, praise each other, praise to health, that is the root to wealth. Praise comes from per, and it means to sell. See, that's what preachers do, buying souls, selling hell. Disguised as heaven, pushing P. Differences between prophet and prophecy. The Bible is a prop to see the lies of man, portraying God, open-eyed to see. Telling tales of wanderings. I've been wondering, they don't know that we're the real wonders. Miracles, when I speak it thunders. Literal, you feel it under your flesh when your organs start to rumble. Heartbeat, you're listening to vibrations as my heart speaks. Stretch minds, I have far reach. Raj General, this is our me. This is pinnacle. Step on sinister. Everyone is demons these days. Trust me, once you step to us, you will not leave as you came. See, we ain't the same, raising names. Real fame comes from Ba. It means to speak, to say. I have lots to say. My ancestors taught me how to pray. Ask and receive. Given that you live in reciprocity, our Ba shall speak through you to give our message of praise. Hands raised. This is dua. This is dua. Light body emerges Kaaba. Give me high five. Hands up. This ain't a stick up. This is dua. Giving praise. They're only giving praise when they receive a raise. Like thank God. I receive a raise as I rise up every single day. Raise comes from res, giving life the sun's rays, hands embrace. Consciousness extinct, even the ones who think they are woke are still asleep. Resi means to watch and it deals with what you see. Resi means to dream and it's the tongue of the speech. Watch what you speak, bring dreams to reality. Watch tower, watch me tower over with power. This is more than album, this is pure magic. Creation vibrations, layers on layers. Prayers on prayers, demon slayers, soul cakes of fire. Caught up in a rapture like I need a baker. The Lord has risen, watch the bread rise. To give sustenance, I've seen death eyes. The moon is my left eye, praise Yah, dua. This is House of Aten. I don't have a mask on, I'll tell you all what happened. I see they got the facts wrong, flow fluid. Walk with ancestors like Anpu is. Who's this? Greek named Anubis. Prove it. I see bodies walking around soulless, clueless. Ani Pata, don't compare me to Steve Jobs. Call me Pata Sakar. If you need to do more research, search Ray. Hands in vagina plays when pray. Spitting seeds into the womb to birth and raise. See, that's parades. Give thanks like it's in your hands. Collect them plates, ancient stele. Step through fire, see we trailblaze. Fate and faith, this is knowledge. Facts or flip or fake. Tell me what's at stake to give thanks. Hands raised, this is dua. This is dua. Light body emerges Kaaba. Give me high five. Hands up. This ain't a stick up. This is dua. SCRIIIBE Sessions Volume 1. For the record. Open your eye in alignment with time and you'll see the truth like it's a physical thing. From the darkness I arise, so it's not a surprise when you learn of the light that I bring. As above, so below, I find a rhythm and flow as I grow with the pendulum swing. This is the matrix where everyone's faking they sleep here in life while we wake up in dreams. Shedding the skin like a serpent, this work makes it worse at attaining a purpose. While searching internal, examine what all is in me. Most will not make it, their soul cannot take it. Reality shaking, you've seen what I've seen. Reap what you sow, with the weavers of speech, achievers, and this is the read 'em and weed 'em. You cannot read them, vibrations that none of them speak. Walker medu netter, light is feather is heavy. To learn that your will isn't free, net your willing, I continue to lead with my ebas. I'm sweeping my consciousness clean, training in realms that are unseen. My aura is summing, set fire to all of the fiends. Stand on my Atef is all seeing eye. We supply 93, that means we are supreme. Healing through tones on my senses, connecting and this year wealthy is health, this is green. This is illusion, reality veiled in delusion. Thoughts become intrusive, it's foolish to not know by now that it ain't what it seems. This is way more than belief. I see clearly the lines. My six senses of sight are hypnotized. No wonder everyone sleeps. Open your eyes. It's time to set off the alarm. The performance self-harm. Don't you know you're a star? God in human form and you rise with the beast. More than man. Bread in my hand, that's the Lord in hand. Heard what I said, Lord, live in the man. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. We ain't the same man. Record keeper. Seeing the state of the planet, the damage, the famines expanding beyond your belief. I see they landed, they've handed the people a cannon and aiming it right at your feet. Blowing the hole where you're standing, creating the panic. The tactical planning is deep. Teaching you're only a man and the God is in heaven, the seventh outside of your reach. If you're the question, they'll call you a manic, frantic, erratic, depression, demonic. When you're teaching through the magical speech, they'll call you serpent, the one in the garden. Pardon my knowledge for having the knowledge and prowess to see. He really told the truth to Adam and Eve. You'll have distinction between good and evil if you eat of the fruit of the tree. Now you're a god, open your eye, cleansing yourself so that now you can see. They stole the stories and twisted them like it's a spliff. They put the fire to leaf, I put the fire to speech. I put the fire to heat. We don't do liars and thieves, they just desire to greed. This is my record to keep, this is my throne. You cannot sit in my seat, and I command it. I give more than 10 commandments. This is the law of attraction, and we have infinite stamina. My stage is where I'm standing. This is my art, God is in me. I only keep goddesses with me. They are the magical beings, they are the holy ones, birthing the gods. We're overcoming the odds. We are the even and odd. They're in the odds, we're in the all. Ancestors answer my prayers, forever grateful. I will forever say thank you. Inspiration to awake the sleepers. Record keeper, more than man. Bread in my hand, that's the Lord in hand. Heard what I said, Lord, live in the man. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. We ain't the same man. Record keeper, more than man. Bread in my hand, that's the Lord in hand. Heard what I said, Lord, live in the man. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. We ain't the same man. Record keeper.
You and your family health and prosperity. May your monument be established on the foundations of Maat, and may you rise and come forth as conscious light, like the divine Ra, who rise and shine forevermore. Maat.
I look outside in awe, I see our people double-minded. People meaning creature, don't ignore the signage. Voices lead, though flying silent. Observation with my eye open eyelid. Look outside in awe, I see our people double-minded. People meaning creature, don't ignore the signage. Voices lead, though flying silent. Observation with my eye open eyelid. I am him, king, crown, rings, Nesu, I am in mindset of when fighting jinns, sword swang, samurai, I am Shem, Su, Hor, son of Heheru, I am him, king, crown, rings, Nesu, I am in mindset of when fighting jinns, sword swang, samurai, I am Shem, Su, Hor, son of Heheru, words powerful, Hekau, see, prove, you can feel the roots, gone, just look up, I am proof. Breaking doors now, make some room. But I is now speaking through me and trust.
Atef, peace and love, everybody. Welcome to the House of ATEN. Ancient Tehutian Teachings of the Natiru presents Cycle of Songs in honor of Senusret III. Before we begin, and I introduce the brothers on the panel, we will do as we begin every week with our beautiful affirmation. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Unki in Maat, Un in S, Nintet or Set in Maat, Min Hepapet in Maat, Her in Huqe, Her Iku. I live for Maat, I exist within her, I do not speak in the place of Maat. Every day I advance towards Maat. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Peace and love, everybody. I'm going to introduce the brothers on the panel. First, we have the mighty Menku Ra Mary Maat. Menku Ra Mary Maat is a student of the master teacher, the Saba Tahuti Amenhotep Ra, and a follower of Maat. Menku Ra is the head, the festivities organized in the House of ATEN, cultural enlightenment advisor and a teacher, developer of the Pathways to Awakening, a director and producer of documentaries, and a researcher of ancient civilization, and a researcher of the knowledge of spell. Next, we have the mighty Djet Sajem, is a seeker of divine wisdom, the wisdom with universal structure, the wisdom that remains the same from every perspective, the wisdom that adapts to any interaction, the wisdom that creates silence, the wisdom that sustains the House of ATEN. Next, we have the mighty scribe Ani Bata Aten Tehuti, is a teacher of knowledge, a spoken word artist, a creator, awakening the sleepers and healing the chosen ones through sound, vibrational tone, and conscious thought. He's the Sab, the wisdom door opener, and the lead organizer here at the House of ATEN. And your presenter for the night, I am Anuk Atef Rem Maat, the esteemed steward of the venerable House of ATEN. As a devoted disciple of the master teacher Saba Tahuti Amenhotep Ra, I proudly undertake the role of the sagacious host for the weekly gathering within the sacred halls of the House of ATEN. Here we delve into the profound teachings that illuminate the path of Maat. In the sacred sanctuary of the House of ATEN, I guide fellow seekers on a journey of enlightenment and understanding, drawing from the wellspring of ancient wisdom. Our gatherings are profound explorations into the depths of truth, meticulously deciphered through the lens of ancestral artifacts and the profound teachings bestowed upon us by the great Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. My commitment to the pursuit of wisdom extends beyond the confines of our weekly gatherings. As a true-hearted devotee of truth, I strive to embody the essence of Ma'at in all aspects of life, expressing unwavering love for my people. My soul resonates with the harmonious frequencies of the Medu Neter. I stand as a loyal guardian of Ma'at, steadfastly defending the sacred principles that govern our existence within the House of ATEN. Peace and love, everybody. Welcome to Study Guide Sunday. Otep, welcome, great brothers. How y'all feeling?
Hey, feeling good. Peace. Hotep. Hey, we excited, man. Another tough presentation.
Man, listen, I don't even know what's going on. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what's going on. I got the heater on behind me. I don't never had a heater on. I almost got in trouble. My mate is like, "Hey, why you got the heat on? Why it's so hot?" I'm like, why all these candles burning? What's going on? I don't know. I'm just going with it. I'm feeling great. She's like, "You got a temperature?" I'm like, "I don't know. Get the thermometer, check me out, see what's going on." I feel wonderful. I'm great right now. So, Otep, great brothers. I'm good. How y'all feeling?
Hotep, I am feeling wonderful, accurate, excellent, great brother. Yes, I'm excited for what it is that you have for us this evening. It's a beautiful image. yes, peace and love to everyone who is here with us live. Make sure you all have hit the like button and share this to your platforms. As something that I like to do on these Sunday evenings is bring a scent with me to represent the evening, and this evening is Senusret.
I love it. That's what's up.
Atef Rem, Maat. So this is the fragrance for the evening, as I love to create memory through smell. Yes, Senusret. So yes, I'm wonderful, great brother. How are you doing, great Atef Rem Maat?
Great news. That's good. You're doing great, brother. I'm doing well, doing wonderful as well. Looking forward to I don't know. I don't even know what's about to happen. I don't know what I put together. I'm just
I
telling
don't know what
you.
I put together.
I really don't. I don't know how I did it. I was, the last week's class with the sisters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was wonderful. It was great. It was necessary. I needed it more than I knew that I needed it. Of course, I'm always here to support and participate. But I really needed that class, that meditation. Grateful for the sisters for presenting that and coming forth with that in my mind prior to that, I thought would give me an extra week. To Jed, a couple years ago, this brother was like, yo, we gotta have some classes on deck ready to go, like in the bag, And I'm like, what? Man, listen. Hey, so I just not finished. So I just finished the presentation. Like, I finished like 6:30. When I was texting you, it was done. It was uploading, and it took about 30 minutes to upload. But I don't have it in the bag yet. But today I saw a way. I was like, oh, okay, I think, yeah, we could do that. Okay, we're gonna see what's going on. But I don't know. Are you there yet, Jay? You got them in the bag? You got them lined up, ready to go?
How I'm doing my presentations now, no, because it takes so much time. But
Yeah.
what I've learned is that once I'm finished, I try to start right away. Like,
I tried that.
maximum,
I tried that. I used to try that, and it wasn't working for me. But I think I'm gonna be able to do it now. I think I'm gonna be able to do it. But so I thought I had an extra week, right? I'm like, okay, bet I got an extra week to work on it. But then I had an immune system attack, so I was down for the count last week. I was at the womb circle, right? I don't even remember being there. I don't even know. Seriously, I was down, so I didn't work on it. So I actually lost a week. So I was actually like a week behind. And then, failure is not an option. And yeah, and it takes a lot, man, because I put my all into it because I really don't know what's going on. I'm so for real. So I can't just sit down and say, okay, boom, I'm finna just put this together and just do it like that. It don't really work like that for me. My creative process doesn't work like that yet. Maybe in the future I'll get to that point, but it really takes my whole everything. And then so because of that, I just incorporate my whole life into it. Or I gotta go to the store, that's part of the process. I gotta go pick my daughter up from school. That's part of the process. I don't look at anything as a hindrance. Even me being down and losing a week, thinking I gained a week, it would have discouraged me once upon a time, but it actually didn't. It motivated me. And so, I'm a show forth and and see what we got. I don't know what's going on. But we'll see. Well, Hotep to you, great brother. How you doing, Minku? You back, great brother? You got the little, you took the tag off. They took the buzzer off your thing. You had to go back to the stove. They took the little buzzer off your shirt, the little chroma cam buzzer. You had it on the camera.
Oh, there he is. Okay, I saw he dropped off. Let me add him.
He had the sticker on the stove. You was buzzing when you walked out the stove. He had the chroma cam sticker tag still on there.
Hey, Atef, I had a conversation with Ani a couple of weeks back, and he gave me a tip on kind of how to approach the class and approach your presentation.
Okay,
and,
give me some advice, brother.
No, I'm gonna let Ani. Yeah, you got to save some time, and you got to save some time. You got to save some time with Ani. I'll let him talk about all that, but it does make sense on how to approach it, and so yeah, I just want to throw that out there before we change the subject.
I haven't had an Ani class. I got a couple. I got some. I had some classes, but I got some tips. But I didn't get what you got. Hey, look, it's just us right here. It's what we doing right now. What you see? I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, let me turn on my light. Can y'all see? There it go. Rawr. I haven't had a class yet. I need some advice. But I'm full motion with it though. I'm in it to win it. So, but I definitely I'm always learning. I just want to learn. So I definitely look forward to that. But Ani is giving me some great tips and pointers along the way. I've been down for a minute. So, I definitely been utilizing that advice to get to where I'm at. So Hotep and new to you, great brother Ani. Because I definitely wouldn't be able to bring forth whatever it is I bring forth creatively as far as the technological side of it, if it wasn't for your tutelage, great brother. So Hotep and new to you. And, I definitely admire you brothers and what y'all bring forth. And I love the fact that everybody's style is different. Reminds me of the Wu-Tang Clan once upon a time, Now a little bit of Griselda. We all got different styles. I don't know what role I play, but we're gonna do it.
Yes, Henu to you, great brother. Yeah, from that moment when I had said that a while back, it's something that I stayed consistent with, and there's some. It's a super challenge, but it does some powerful things. So yeah, Henu to you, great brother, in your process, and just watching this transform into what it is that you're making it to be is a beautiful thing, and everyone being able to just witness the growth and the expansion and the Aku, the love, the Marie, the energy that goes into what each of us are doing on our individual days here at the House of ATEN is just such a never thing, and just don't exist what we're doing. So yeah, it's very powerful, great brother. Hotep Minku Ara, Mary Maat. Let's hear some words from you, great brother.
Hotep, can y'all hear me okay?
Hotep, we can hear you, great brother.
Peace. Looking forward to Atef's Medu and his vision. Excited for what's going to happen. So
it ain't me this time, brother. It's Cynthia Pseudo. It's Christina, the Christian Sin, and Matthew Mythology. I brought some friends with me because I was a little late, so
Okay, do that magic how you do it. Do your magic.
Shout out to Cynthia Pseudo. Matthew mythology.
Well, shout out to them. Look forward to meeting them. And so, yes, to everyone who is coming in, be sure again, hit the like button. The support links are pinned to the top of the chat. Our great moderator, Amun Ka. That link is pinned to the top. So Tua, good brother, for posting the support links and moderating the chat and the streams here at the House of Aten. Tua to you. So everyone, please utilize those links. I want to give dua to everyone who supported last week's Sachet Het Paui gathering, the Sacred Womb gathering, and everyone who supported the House of Aten and directly supported the great Senet Nani Aset Mer. Much dua to everyone who supported that, and of course hinu to the great brothers here on the panel who participated in that gathering, which is something that the sisters do. It's a seasonal thing, and that was the conclusion of the SWG for this season. So to be able to host that at the House of Aten, and for us to see and participate and be engaged with what the ladies are doing together as a group, is a very wonderful and nefer experience. So tua to all of the Hemet of the House of Aten, the great women of the House of Aten, and tua to everyone who supported that particular class. And so I gathered the support for the week before that came after the great Dejed Sajim and Minku Ara. And I'll show all the support at the conclusion of this class. So if you appreciate what the great Atef Rem Maat is bringing forward, these audio experiences and visual, and there's other aspects that he's beginning to incorporate in there as well. Back and forth discussion, all type of things are taking place. So it's a whole yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So if you support what you see and you want to appreciate it, please utilize those links, which allows us to continue to expand. You see our show with what you're looking at, and what it is that we're bringing forward, and we definitely dedicate our lives to be able to bring this forward in the way that it is, and through the consistency that is being done at and the levels that is being done. This is not a hobby. This is a everyday walk that we get to come together as a group and create something and package it for you all to receive it and learn from it, and to help you along your journey. So tua to everyone who sees that and appreciates and supports. And so I will, let me see. Here are the QR codes for those who are watching on your TV or watching on your computer screen and you want to just scan it. You can do that. And also houseofaten.org. You can donate through there as well. We have so many beautiful products and items for everyone to support with as well. You can join us to be within the House of Aten as a Kuru, a Medu word that means to be within something, a member of a household, the Kuru. And you can learn all of that information at the houseofaten.org. I give classes every Friday called Maat Fundamental Seba'it class, where I dive into the instruction literature, and we read from the various scribes that left their writings for us to read. And I break down the Medu and take all of the great students deeper into the mind of the scribe that actually wrote them, which allows for a more clear instruction that the actual scribe was getting across from his writings. So Tuan Hinu to all the Karu, the great Saba Tehuti of the Tehuti Pod class, our Saba, our teacher, our doorway, has ebooks, so you can go and support him and his ebooks all at the website. So and everyone, please go leave reviews. For those of you who appreciate or have supported through the website, go there and leave your reviews on that which you have an experience with, and it definitely assists us as we are doing many works to put ourselves in different positions, put ourselves in greater company as far as numbers wise, and it's a collective effort. Everyone that you see on the screen, of course, is doing the work, but it's you all who have a very important role as well in keeping and feeding the energy and passing it around and allowing it to circulate. So we also have a social media team as well, and the manager, the head of the social media team is Amunet, and she does a wonderful job in making sure that all of these classes and productions that we produce are able to be pushed through the social media side, and that is it's a great foundation that's been built up that will allow us to do some very powerful things. So everyone can share the videos and keep this energy flowing, and giving people the opportunity to find this doorway, leading them directly to the Natiru, to the Tehuti Pod class. So again, Hotep Hinu, peace and love, everyone. I see you all in the chat. Hush Nation, Hotep, great brother. Peace to you. Eric G, that's it, says Hotep, y'all. Hotep. We have M. Monroe with a Hotep and a cat. A Ma'u. Wonderful. Hotep to you. We have someone that says always win. Peace to the Greek nation. Peace to you, always win. Egyptus. Tanya 23 Experience says peace everyone. Uncle Jaseneb, Marie Nefer, Cartel Williams, peace, power, and elevation. Hotep to you, Cartel Williams. And we have Basatut here with us, Hotep Marie Aout. All right, wonderful. And before we pass it to the great Chetu Atef Rem, Minku Ara, are you there, great brother?
Hotep, yep, I'm here.
All right. Would you like to make an announcement? I see you posted in the chat. Make it public.
Yes, December 14th is the 3-year anniversary for the Tehuti Pod class, and that is a very powerful Nefer milestone. For those who are interested in participating in the tribute video, please send your video to me within the next 3 days, and so we can have time to edit that and showcase that on December 14th. But December 14th is the 3-year anniversary of the Tehuti Pod class, and we are very excited and happy for our master teacher and all that he has done. Excuse me. He is battle tested. He is consistent. He is powerful. And we are happy to celebrate him on his journey as he continues to ascend into dimensions and portals most of you will never travel. And so peace and love to our master teacher Saba Tehuti and his Naturts for all that they have done. So looking forward to December 14th as we elevate our master teacher Saba Tehuti.
All right, let me ask you a question, great brother. Let's see, you say 3 days left, so that is December 4th. How many videos have you received so far?
I've only received one video.
Where's my soundboard? I need to switch my soundboard. Do we got the Dave Chappelle? What? Yes, so everyone please take a few moments out of your day to record a dua to the great Saba in the pod class, as we do every year. So if you, let's see, the 4th, so if everyone can make time on their schedule to be able to record that video, so we can have a nice proper hotep for the great Saba in the pod class, and it's being in existence for 3 years with all of what has taken place in this time. And yes, everyone please take a moment to record that. And Minku Araf, you can put your email in the chat. Yes, there we go. Minku. Okay, yes, there we go. Minku Ara M at gmail.com. Everyone, please send in your videos. We have 16 people watching concurrently, so we should have, at least that many videos. So Tua Hinu, Hotep, Ma Karu, Aku. And yes, great to Jed. If you don't have anything else, then we'll pass it to Atef from Kemetic.
I'm good, brother.
All right, Atef, let me make you full screen, great brother.
All right. Am I full screen?
You are full screen.
Okay, Otep. Peace and love, everybody. Yes, this is I'm gonna be doing it's not that long. It's short. I think it's shorter than what I normally bring forth, but this is a cycle of songs in honor of Senusret III. And I just want to say to the people that wherever you put your energy toward, whether it's positive or negative, beneficial or detrimental, you will reap the benefit of it. You will get the consequence, the reward. You will get what's due you. And I just becoming more disciplined and growing and elevating. So this is I needed a little bit of help this time. Like I said, I was a little bit under the weather last week. I thought I gained a week, but I ended up losing a week, and I really didn't know what I was going to bring forth, because my creative process, I look forward to the judge sharing that with me. Good brother, don't bring it up if you ain't gonna say it, brother. I need some advice. I need all the advice, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have no idea what's going on. Shout out to Ampu. They say cats and dogs don't get along, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna bring forth. I brought a little help this time. I had because I was so far behind, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I just had a little bit of help, and I brought some people along with me that I met. She's shy, so she ain't want to come on camera. Her name is Cynthia Pseudo. Cynthia the Pseudo. That's a real name. I ain't make it up. That's her name. And she said she ain't want to be on camera, but she said that she would introduce the speakers for the evening. She said she wasn't going to introduce me because I'm already a member of the House of ATEN. And I brought along some friends with me this time. And I brought along my friend, well, I won't call them friends. I'll just call them some associates. Matthew Mythology and the homegirl Christina, the Christensen, and they was having a discussion, and I recorded it. Me and Cynthia Pseudo recorded it, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. So I'm gonna let y'all take a listen, and then after we listen to their discussion, then I'm gonna do the actual reading from William Kelly Simpson, Ancient Egyptian Literature. Where's my book? Right here. Let me grab my book. I keep it close. Right here. I don't know if you guys could see it. Let me put on my light. Right there. Right there. I'm going to be reading from this book right here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Bam. There we go. Right there. William Kelly Simpson, Literature of Ancient Egypt. Get my incense together, my lights. A light too bright right there. There we go. There we go. Atef Rem. Ani, is my screen sharing?
Yes, you are now screen.
Okay. There we go.
Welcome to our deep dive discussion with our special guests for this evening, Matthew Mythology and Christina the Christian Christensen, speaking on the 12th dynasty great pharaoh Senusret III, who the Greeks mistakenly called Sesostris, Henu Keperu, the dual king, Kakura son of Ra.
There's an echo. Okay. All right, guys. Shout out to Cynthia Sudo. She's gonna introduce my guests, Matthew Mythology and Christina the Christensen, and the speaker. To introduce them is her name is Cynthia Sudo.
Welcome to our deep dive discussion with our special guests for this evening, Matthew Mythology and Christina the Christensen, speaking on the 12th dynasty great pharaoh Senusret III, who the Greeks mistakenly called Sesostris, Henu Heru Netja Keperu, the Jewel King, Kakura son of Ra Senusret III. Stay tuned while we join in now.
House of ATEN, ancient Tehutian teachings under Teru, back to the source, we the original Axemen.
Welcome to our deep dive on Senusret III.
Right.
This pharaoh, he's often remembered as, this big, strong warrior king.
Right.
But we've got all these sources here, historical accounts and analyses of the art, even some hymns from back then.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like he might have been a lot more complex than just the warrior image.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So we're going to try and uncover what really made this guy tick.
Okay.
Was he just a conqueror, or was there something more to him?
Well, a good place to start might be setting the stage.
Okay.
So Senusret III, he ruled Egypt during what's called the Middle Kingdom,
Okay.
a period that's often referred to as a golden age.
Yeah, I was reading about that, and it seemed like Egypt was doing really well back then.
It was.
Like art and literature, everything was booming.
Absolutely.
Was Senusret III just lucky to be in charge during a good time?
That's a good question.
Or did he actually play a role in shaping this golden age?
I think it was a little of both.
Okay.
He definitely inherited a prosperous kingdom,
Right.
but he didn't just sit back and relax. He made some bold moves, especially when it came to those regional governors, the nomarchs.
Oh, yeah, the nomarchs.
Right.
It seems like they were kind of like mini pharaohs, each ruling their own little piece of Egypt.
Exactly. Each one with their own armies,
Wow.
their own agendas.
So did Senusret III see them as a threat?
Put yourself in his shoes for a second.
Okay.
You're the pharaoh, the supposed top dog in Egypt.
Right.
But you have all these powerful families spread out across your kingdom, each one with their own armies and ambitions.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
It definitely complicated things.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
So how did Senusret III handle these nomarchs?
Okay.
Did he just march in with his army and take over?
He was a skilled military leader, no doubt,
Mm-hmm.
but he was also incredibly strategic.
Okay.
Instead of going to war with the nomarchs, he used a more subtle approach.
So what did he do?
He implemented these really clever reforms designed to reduce their power.
Interesting. Yeah. What kind of reforms are we talking about?
Think of it as a major administrative shakeup.
Okay.
He reorganized the government,
Right.
created a more centralized bureaucracy, and took control of a lot of the functions that used to be handled by the nomarchs.
So less about battles and more about paperwork.
You could say that.
Sounds like he was a bit of a bureaucrat king.
He definitely knew how to manage things.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that have upset the nomarchs?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
I mean, no one likes losing power.
True, but here's the thing.
Okay.
There's not a lot of evidence of any major rebellions against his reforms.
Really?
Yeah, it seems like Senusret III was able to manage this transition pretty smoothly.
So he must have been a pretty skilled politician as well as a military leader.
Definitely.
But how did all this political stuff affect the everyday Egyptians?
Oh, they definitely felt the effects.
So.
Some historians believe that Senusret III's reforms, plus all the prosperity of the Middle Kingdom, led to the rise of a new social class.
A new social class?
Yeah, the middle class.
Great. Ancient Egypt had a middle class.
That's right.
We never knew that.
As the nomarchs lost some of their power and influence, it opened up more opportunities for people of lower rank.
Interesting.
Yeah, they started earning better wages, getting access to education.
Wow.
They could even afford to build elaborate tombs for themselves, something that was previously only for the elite.
That's amazing.
It really was a time of change.
So Senusret III was trying to consolidate his power and accidentally triggered an economic boom.
It seems that way.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and We can see this shift in Egyptian society reflected in the art of the period.
Okay.
Artists started depicting more scenes of daily life.
So not just gods and pharaohs anymore.
Exactly. We start to see more images of people working, farming, even enjoying their leisure time.
It's like getting a glimpse into their lives.
It is, and there's this one piece that's really fascinating.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
It's a pectoral that belonged to one of Senusret III's wives. It's not just a beautiful piece of jewelry.
Right.
It shows the incredible craftsmanship of the time and gives us insight into their beliefs.
So it's like a historical snapshot frozen in gold and jewels.
Exactly.
I love that.
But the real showstoppers from this period are the statues of Senusret III himself.
Okay, what's so special about them?
They're not your typical idealized images of a young godlike king.
So how are they different?
They show him at different ages.
Okay.
And there's a real sense of maturity, even weariness in his face.
Like he's seen some things.
Exactly. And his eyes, they're really prominent. Almost bulging in some depictions.
I've seen pictures.
Yeah, some scholars think those eyes represent vigilance.
Vigilance.
Like a king who's constantly aware of the threats to his kingdom.
So it's like he's staring down through the centuries right at us.
I like that image.
It makes you wonder, was he deliberately trying to change how people saw kingship?
It's an interesting question.
Like he was saying, hey, ruling Egypt is hard work. Look at the bags under my eyes.
It's possible he wanted to convey that sense of responsibility.
Right.
The burdens of leadership.
Or maybe he was trying to connect with his people on a more human level.
That could be it too.
Showing them he wasn't just a distant god king.
Right.
But a man who understood their concerns.
Exactly.
Wow. So he's reforming the government,
Mm.
boosting the economy, and rebranding the image of the pharaoh.
It seems he was a busy guy.
He really was. And we haven't even done to his military campaigns yet.
Oh yeah, those forts.
Right. What was happening down in Nubia?
That's where things get really interesting.
I can't wait to hear about it. Nubia, that's where Senusret really got his rep as a warrior king, right?
He definitely led a lot of campaigns down there. And yeah, pushed Egypt's borders further south than any pharaoh before him.
So a true conqueror.
But I think it's actually more accurate to call him a strategist king when it comes to Nubia.
Ooh, strategist king. I like that.
Yeah.
So what made him so different? Was he like outsmarting his enemies on the battlefield?
It was more than that.
No.
Senusret III got that controlling Nubia. It wasn't just about winning battles. It was about establishing a real presence.
So what'd he do? Send in the bureaucrats to write up some treaties?
He knew that to really hold on to this territory, he needed control over people and goods.
Okay.
So picture this, a whole string of forts all along the Nile. Each one a mini city with soldiers, administrators, even workshops.
Wow, bustling little hubs.
Yeah, pretty much.
What was life like in one of those forts?
Imagine the scorching desert sun beating down on these massive mud brick walls.
Oof, yeah.
But inside it was a well-organized community. Soldiers training scribes, keeping records, artisans crafting weapons and tools.
So a real mix of people.
Yeah, it would have been a melting pot of cultures too. Egyptian soldiers, Nubian locals, traders passing through.
Sounds like a tough but exciting place to be.
It probably was.
But those forts weren't all he did right.
Right?
I read something about canals and a boundary stela.
Ah, yes. The canal was this incredible feat of engineering. He had it massively expanded to get around the rapids of the first cataract.
That was a really tough stretch of the Nile, wasn't it?
Yeah, notoriously difficult to navigate.
And this made trade and transport easier.
Way easier. Things could move to and from Nubia much more efficiently.
So he's controlling the land, the people, and now the flow of the Nile itself?
Exactly, controlling the very lifeblood of the region.
That's some serious power.
It is. And then there's the boundary stela.
What's that?
This huge inscription on a stone at Semna.
That was one of the key forts, right?
Yeah, and on this stela, Senusret III lays down the law, declares Egyptian dominance over the area, and sets strict rules for anyone crossing into Nubia.
A pretty clear message, don't mess with Egypt.
Exactly, a combination of military might, infrastructure, and a very clear message.
Sounds effective.
And it was his control over Nubia lasted for centuries. Secured Egypt's access to gold, ivory, all kinds of valuable resources.
So he's got Nubia under control, but did he have ambitions further afield? What about those campaigns he led in the Levant?
Ah, the Levant. Yes, he campaigned up there, even captured the city of Shechem.
Which is mentioned in the Bible even.
Right, but here's where Senusret III shows his restraint.
Okay.
Unlike some later pharaohs, he didn't seem interested in building a massive empire.
Interesting.
He was focused on protecting Egypt's borders and its key interests.
So he knew when to push forward and when to consolidate what he'd already gained.
Exactly. And that's a rare quality in a leader.
It is, especially one so successful militarily.
It shows how well he understood the limits of power. He concentrated on places that were strategically important and valuable.
He wasn't just chasing glory.
Right. It was more practical than that.
Like he was playing a giant game of Risk, carefully planning each move before making the next one.
I like that analogy.
Speaking of power, we haven't talked about Senusret III's relationship with the cult of Amun.
Ah, yes, the cult of Amun.
They were incredibly powerful, weren't they?
Their priests held a lot of sway, even rivaling the pharaoh sometimes.
That sounds like a recipe for conflict.
It often was.
So how did Senusret III deal with them?
He seems to have taken a more diplomatic route.
Okay.
Instead of confronting the cult of Amun directly, he chose to work with them.
Interesting. So what did that look like?
He supported their temples, participated in their festivals, even included their imagery in his own monuments.
Smart move. Keep your friends close and the gods even closer.
Exactly. And it seems to have worked.
How so?
By aligning himself with the cult of Amun, he gained their support and helped to ensure religious harmony in the kingdom.
Peace through strategic alliances.
You can say that.
This alliance with Amun, though, it kind of ties back to those hymns we talked about.
Right, the ones that praise Senusret III's divine nature.
Yeah, exactly.
They offer a really fascinating glimpse into how Senusret III wanted to be seen by his people.
Okay, so let's delve into those hymns. What were they singing about? So we've got these hymns all about Senusret III praising him and saying how divine he was. Are we talking like epic poems with harps and dramatic readings? What was the vibe?
Think more like powerful anthems carefully crafted to really hammer home the image of the pharaoh as this divine protector, like chosen by the gods to guide Egypt.
Okay, so like a political rally, but also a religious ceremony all at once.
Yeah, you could say that they were probably performed during rituals and festivals with music and chanting to really make an impact.
I can see how that would have been impressive. So what were they actually singing about? Was it all just, Senusret is awesome, bow down?
It went deeper than just blind praise. They used really vivid imagery to show him as this source of stability and security for the whole nation.
Okay, give me an example.
Well, there's one line that describes him as a dam, which holds back the river against its floodwaters.
That's a pretty strong image. The Nile could be dangerous, right? Sure. Too much flooding and your crops are gone too little and you're facing famine.
Exactly. So comparing Senusret III to a dam that controls the flood, it's saying he's the one who keeps his people safe, protects them from disasters and enemies.
I see there are also lines about him being a rampart of walls of copper, a refuge whose bolt does not waver. It's like they're building this fortress of words around him, making him sound untouchable.
That's a great way to put it. They're emphasizing that he's a defender, a warrior king standing between Egypt and its enemies. And remember those forts we talked about, the ones along the border with Nubia? Those physical walls become a metaphor for Senusret III himself.
So he's not just a king, he's like the embodiment of Egypt's strength and security, and they're spreading this message through these catchy songs that everyone's singing, talk about a PR campaign.
This is a very effective one, and it wasn't just about military power either.
Yeah.
The hymns also portray him as this kind and caring ruler, a shepherd looking after his flock.
Right.
There's a line that says, he is a cool place which lets every man sleep to daybreak.
Like saying, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. Senusret's got this.
Exactly, creating this feeling of trust and confidence in his leadership.
Yeah.
And by linking him with the gods, they're making his rules seem legitimate, like his authority comes from a higher power.
Yeah. So he's a warrior, a builder, a reformer, and now a divinely appointed protector. No wonder he left such a mark on Egyptian history. I read that he was even worshipped as a god while he was still alive.
That's how powerful his image was. It's rare for a pharaoh to be worshipped like that before they die, and his legacy didn't stop there. His cult continued for centuries. He became a model for later pharaohs.
So he's not just influencing Egypt during his own time, he's shaping it for generations to come. But let's go back to the changes he made while he was in charge. There's this idea that he was a master of change under the cover of restoration. What does that even mean?
It's a really interesting idea. Some scholars think Senusret III was super clever in how he presented his reforms. He made them seem like a return to traditional values, a restoration of a past golden age.
But really, he was changing everything.
Yeah, he was introducing some big transformations, but he framed them as going back to the good old days.
So he was saying, we're just doing things the way they used to be while secretly reshaping the entire power structure that's pretty sneaky.
It shows how politically skilled he was. He understood that tradition and legitimacy were important, but he wasn't afraid to use those ideas to get what he wanted.
Okay, so we've covered Senusret III's military achievements, his political skills, his impact on Egyptian society and art. But before we wrap up, I got to ask about something I found in the research that just blew me away. Some scholars think Senusret III might be the pharaoh mentioned in the story of Joseph in the Bible.
Ah, yes, the story of Joseph and the famine. It's a cool theory, but we have to remember there's no real proof.
Right. It's mostly speculation based on the timing and some similarities between the Bible story and what we know about Senusret III's reign.
The story puts Joseph in Egypt during this time of abundance, followed by a terrible famine. And Joseph, with his wisdom and his ability to interpret dreams, he saves Egypt.
And we know Senusret III's reign was prosperous, plus all that infrastructure he built, especially that canal, would have been crucial for handling resources during a crisis like a famine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So while we can't say for sure that Senusret III was the pharaoh from the Joseph story, the fact that he's even considered shows how much people see him as this wise and capable leader.
It's like he stepped out of history and into one of the most famous stories ever told.
It shows how certain figures really capture the imagination. But ultimately, whether or not he was the pharaoh in the Joseph story, Senusret III's legacy as a transformative leader and a symbol of Egypt's power is clear.
I think we've gone way beyond that simple image of the warrior king. Senusret III was a complicated and really interesting pharaoh who left a huge mark on ancient Egypt.
He was a master strategist, a smart politician, a reformer who changed how Egypt's government and society worked, and a supporter of the arts who knew how to use images and symbols to get his message across.
And what's so fascinating to me is how he balanced bringing in new ideas with keeping old traditions. He pushed Egypt forward while still respecting its past.
He was a truly remarkable pharaoh. But like with any figure from history, there's always more to learn. So if this deep dive has made you curious, I encourage you to keep digging into the sources, look at different interpretations, and come to your own conclusions about this amazing pharaoh.
And who knows, maybe you'll find something new, some new insight that helps us understand the enduring mystery of Senusret III.
Cycle of songs in honor of Senusret III, the Heru, netter of transformations, the two ladies, the Neteru of births, the falcon of gold Keper, the king of upper and lower Kakar, the son of Senusret, who takes possession of the two lands as one vindicated. Salutations to you, Kakara, our Heru, Neteru of transformations, who has protected the land and has extended its borders, overwhelming the foreign lands with your crown, enclosing the two lands with the deeds of your hands, encompassing the foreign lands with the strength of your arms, slaying the bowmen without striking a blow, shooting an arrow without drawing a bow, terror of whom strikes the cave dwellers in their land, fear of whom slays the 9 bows, whose slaughtering causes thousands to die among the barbarians and the enemies who approach your borders. When shooting an arrow as Sekhmet does, you fell thousands who know you not. It is the tongue of your majesty which restrains Nubia. It is your words which rout the Asiatics, unique divine being, youthful one fighting on your border, not allowing your people to grow weary, letting men sleep until daybreak, because your young troops were at their slumbers, and your heart was their protector. Your commands have made your borders, and your word united the two river banks. How jubilant are Neteru, for you have made firm their offerings. How jubilant are your citizens, for you have fixed their boundaries. How jubilant are your fathers who came before, for you have increased their shares. How jubilant are the Kemetians, because of your might, for you have protected their traditions. How jubilant are men with your counsel, for your might has won their increase. How jubilant are the two river banks in awe of you, for you have extended their portions. How jubilant are your recruits, for you have brought them to manhood. How jubilant are your honored old folk, for you have granted them youth. How jubilant are the two lands because of your vigor, for you have protected their ramparts. Its burden Heru, who extends his border, may you repeat eternity. How great is the Lord for his city. He is Ra, and other rulers of men are insignificant. How great is the Lord for his city. Yea, he is a dam which holds back the river against its flood waters. How great is the Lord for his city. Yea, he is a cool place which lets every man sleep to daybreak. How great is the Lord for his city. Yea, he is a rampart of walls of copper from Goshen. How great is the Lord for his city. Yea, he is a refuge whose boat does not waver. How great is the Lord for his city. Yea, he is a resting place which protects the fearful man from his enemy. How great is the Lord for his city. Yea, he is a shade in the inundation season, a cool place in summer. How great is the Lord for his city. Yea, he is a warm, dry corner in time of winter. How great is the Lord for his city. Yea, he is a mountain which wards off the storm wind at the time of tempest. How great is the Lord for his city. Yea, he is Sekhmet against the enemies who tread upon his border. He has come to us that he might take possession of the Southland, and that the double crown be set upon his head. He has come to us. He has tied together the two lands, in that he had joined the sedge to the bee. He has come to us. He has ruled the Kemetians, in that he has placed the desert in his control. He has come to us. He has protected the two lands, in that he has pacified the two banks of the river. He has come to us. He has nourished the Kemetian, in that he has dispelled their poverty. He has come to us. He has nourished the patricians, in that he has given breath to the throat of the populace. He has come to us. He has trampled upon the foreign lands, in that he has beaten off the cave dwellers who know not the fear of him. He has come to us. He has fought upon his border, in that he has rescued one robbed of his possessions. He has come to us. His arms have received the honor which his valor has brought us. He has come to us. He has seen to it that we have raised our children, and that we have buried our elders.
May you love Cacao Ray, who lives forever and ever. He gives you nourishment and rescues. Our shepherd who knows how to give breath, may you repay him with life and dominion millions of times. The praise of Cacao Ray, living forever and ever. I raise sail on, overlay with electrum to the two river banks.
They have lost the way.
Hotep, I am done.
So to summarize, Senusret III, a Middle Kingdom pharaoh, or Par-ee of Kemet, is remembered not just as a warrior king, but also as a Sekhem leader. His reign was part of Kemet's golden age, marked by prosperity in art, literature, and governance. He reduced the power of regional governors, nomarchs, by centralizing administration and creating a more efficient bureaucracy. These changes contributed to the rise of the followers of Maat, with increased opportunities for education, wealth, and social mobility. His campaigns in Ta-Nehesi and the Levant were characterized by strategic consolidation rather than empire building for glory. Cacao Ra expanded Kemet's southern borders into Ta-Nehesi, later called Nubia by the Romans, establishing a series of well-organized forts that served both military and administrative purposes. At the head of his army, he was considered invincible. He led his troops by example and always from the front. He was the epitome of the ideal warrior king who embodied the example of Maat. His primary focus throughout his reign was on the south, and his victory stele at Semna in Ta-Nehesi states, "I have made my boundary further south than my father's. I have added to what was bequeathed to me. I am a king who speaks and acts. What my heart plans is done with my arm." Heru Neja Keperu, the dual king Kakao Ras, son of Ras Senusret III, created significant infrastructure projects, including the expansion of canals, improved trade and navigation. His administration secured valuable resources like gold and ivory, ensuring Kemet's economic strength. Depictions of Senusret III in art showed him with a mature visage, reflecting the burdens of leadership and showcasing daily life, as well as societal shifts during his reign. He erected temples for Amun and was worshipped as a neter, or a god, during his lifetime, and his legacy will endure for eternity, Henu Neteru. Later pharaohs would emulate his reign, and centuries after his death he is still prayed to, worshipped, and venerated as a divine representative and one of the best gifts the Neteru ever gave to the followers of Maat. He is often associated with the nameless pharaoh from the biblical book of Genesis, chapters 39 to 47, in which Joseph is sold into servitude in Egypt and wins his freedom through his ability to interpret dreams accurately. The pharaoh in these chapters elevates Joseph to a position of power second only to his own and entrusts to him the salvation of Egypt from famine. However this association came to be made, it has no bearing on the actual historical pharaoh Senusret III or any actual Kemetic history. There is no widespread famine recorded during Senusret III's reign, nor any indication he had a foreigner as vizier. Further, the motif used in the biblical narrative of 7 years of plenty followed by 7 lean years was common in Kemetic narratives and most likely taken from them by the Ptolemy scribes who later wrote the Bible and story of Joseph. Considering the immense honor and respect paid to him while he lived, it is little wonder that Senusret III is considered the most likely inspiration for the legendary figure of the writings by the Ptolemy scribes we now call the Bible. Hotep, I am done.
House of ATEN, ancient Tehutian teachings under Teru, back to the source, we the original Axemen.
Welcome to our deep dive discussion with our special guests for this evening.
Hotep. That's all I got, folks. Senusret, he new to you, and new to the Neteru. Peace and love to you, great brothers. What did y'all think? I want to give a round of applause to my helpers for the night. My presenter, Cynthia Sudo. I like to give her a shout out. She was shy, she didn't want to come to the camera. But Matthew Mythology and Christina, the Christensen, came to the panel, and I want to give her a round of applause and shout out to you. Peace, great brother.
Hey, peace. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Hotep. Hey, number one, I like I like what you're implementing. That is I like the switch up. Hey, you're definitely evolving. I like the whole.
I need a class.
Hey, I like how you put it. I like how you put that together. Definitely enjoyed the readings, and I like the way you had Shantae on there. That was Shantae reading.
Yeah, that was inspired by you, great brother.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, it's an effort thing when your mate can get involved and you know, spend that time with you, putting such a wonderful thing together. Tua to you, definitely. I want to know how you. Like, that was cool how you made it like an interview type of thing. That was, maybe we'll just talk about that another day or whatever. But yeah, that was I really liked it. Definitely some information learned. I like when you read, because it makes me go. You make me want to go back to those chapters and like just pick it up and just step by step read it for myself, because I like to pause and reread a paragraph back again and go back. So Tua to you, great brother, great presentation. I'm definitely, after the class, we definitely got to have a conversation about how you structuring things, because I'm liking what I see. Like I said, it go way. You've evolved way more than than just coming on and just reading. And look where you are today, especially with the visuals and everything. Oh man, okay, yeah, we got to have a conversation when the class is up today. So Tua to you, great brother. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate the time that it took, and I appreciate you, like you said. There's no failure is not an option, right? And even if it's down to the last minute, and you're still bringing forth, your projects and things that you're constructing, so that we may be able to learn. Tua to you, great brother. So Hotep Henu.
Great brother. Yeah, that was it's so weird because it takes me the same amount of time. If I gain a week, if I lose a week, even when I was just doing the readings, it still took that much time, because in my mind I just want to learn. In my mind I haven't conceptualized yet that I'm a teacher. So I can't approach it as I'm gonna teach about this. I'm not there yet, I'm approaching it as I want to learn. So, these are things that I'm reading, and for me, it just allows me to learn. I see Tanya 23 said she didn't know about him yet. That was fire. I didn't know neither until I went there. And that's the thing about it. But I know that I know who Clark Kent is. You know what I mean? I know who Clark Kent is when he take off the glasses. I know who Bruce Banner is when he turned green. But I don't know about the great Netter, Senusret and all of his accomplishments and those types of things. I just want to learn, brother. So, eventually I'm gonna get to the point where I'm actually approaching it as if I'm trying to teach, right? Because like I said, in my mind, I just want to learn. So, for me, I'm trying to read all the stories. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to go to all the classes. So, yeah. And then at the same time, I also want to echo the tones of the Natiru, in the way that the way that it was written, and then how can I incorporate, not add to it. Because I don't feel like I'm adding to the reading. I'm just, just doing a presentation, because the the reading is the most important part for me. You know, all the other stuff is kind of just to keep the people's attention and to, you know, put a little spin on it. But the most important part for me is the heka of the Neteru. That's the absolute most important part. And, you know, in this day and age with the way people's attention spans are and so on and so forth, it becomes, you know, you have to find new ways to, you know, to present. Because it's up to me, I just want to read the story and I just read and I'm good with that. But, you know, I do understand that my children, they need to be, you know, their attention need to be held, and as well as the people, you know, and I have fun doing it. That's another thing, is that I have fun learning. All I want to do is learn. So when it begins to, when those feelings creep in that, oh, I'm behind, or I'm a week behind, and I was down, I was resting, I was trying to recoup, and you know, I didn't allow that to affect me, man. I really didn't. I was like, because I really had no, I didn't have that much control over. You know what I mean? It's just one of them things. That's why I say I have to incorporate my whole life into this. My whole life, all my energy went into that. All the energy for the last month went into that, you know, and it was short, but it's like I can't fake it, man. I can't fake just wanting to learn. And so even trying to pick the stories, like what I'm gonna do next. So when he was talking about having classes in the tuck and, you know, in the stash, I'm like, man, I don't even know what I'm gonna read next, you know? And when I sit down to read, sometimes I could just grab a book and open up a page, and I am getting, because today something happened and it allowed me to say, okay, I can formulate another type of process. So I think I have something for the next time. You know, I'm gonna try something different. But yeah, brother, Tua for that, great brother, and yeah, keep inspiring me, brother, because a lot of that was inspired by you, as well as the other brothers on the panel. And yeah, so Hotep hit news, great brother. Tua.
Yeah.
Peace, Hotep. I'm gonna just read my notes of what I wrote. One of the most compelling piece to what you shared, I was just thinking to myself, what a time to be alive, and what a place to experience the Neteru. The more I learn the more I want to know about Tamari. So Tua for taking us on an in-depth journey of Tamari and how Senusret impacted Tamari, his style, and how he shifted the culture, and how much he dedicated his life to his mission and purpose. And it's definitely powerful to see you on your journey as you are learning, and how you're sharing on your exploration. And you know what I mean, you definitely utilizing the technology. Of course, I gotta love and give it up for you getting a feature. That's always dope. Teamwork makes the dream work. So yeah, I definitely learned more about Senusret than I have learned. So Tua for definitely taking us on that journey. I love the title, The Cycle of Song, and I see in the book there's more poetry and medu and songs, and so you definitely have lifted up this Neteru, and I'm definitely more interested in learning how he was able to do what he did. And I'm sure other people are going to want to kind of dig deeper into his story to kind of see how it all played out. So Henu Hotep, glad you're feeling better. Hope you get better. Tua to you for powering through and holding your ground and completing what you needed to do so you could share this with everyone. So Henu Hotep, Tua for what you did.
Meaning you're a great brother. Peace and love to all for that. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna tell you something too. I forgot to even add this in, right? I had started on something different. I forgot all about that. I was a weekend on, maybe 3 days in on a whole nother story. And then something Ani had told me a long time ago I remember that then after I had already started. And then I switched to that and it was short, but I was like, okay, this is what my Eve was guiding me to do. So, that's what I did. So I'm glad y'all appreciate it, man, too.
Nina.
Let me check my mic. Okay, Hotep Henu, great brother Atef Rem Maat. Yes, Tua for this and expanding the dynamic of what it is that you are bringing forward. And it's one of the beautiful things about what it is that we're doing, which is as we're building the boat, we're still floating on it. We're still on the boat in the water, building it as we're traveling, building the plane as we're flying. And so it's a beautiful process and position that we put ourselves in, that based on what it is that we want to do, you put yourself in a position to create an accountability system that allows us to push our limits of what we think is possible or what we're able or capable of doing. So watching you through your process, and I've purposely put myself in different positions to show and prove that I'm capable of doing a particular thing. So I know the feeling of creating to the last minute and putting things together. And it's a beautiful, challenging thing that always will benefit one when it comes to further creations. So Tua for this and sharpening your pen, being creative outside of just what you normally already know how to do, learning the technology and how to use it, which is extremely powerful and very virtuous, to learn what we have access to today, and practice it, become comfortable and familiar with it, as it is going to be single-handedly the most important skill set to have going into the next section of humanity. And so we definitely should be learning it. So it's wonderful to see that and this reading and the songs. And that's one of the beautiful things about the songs and understanding, the heck in the tones in the music that is known as the hook, and the repetition of the words to create a memorization the tone, and that's displayed throughout these writings, and utilizing that tactic as a writer to create a song through repetition of a tone, and just to see it in these writings of our great ancestors is a beautiful thing. So I love reading the writings of the songs and the hymns that the great ancestors brought forward, and knowing the depth and the power of tone and music, in which they completely overstood. And that'll be what I'm gonna do another music class for my next session. So I love that you chose this, just to be able to read some of these songs that literally speak life into the ears, into the Ankh. So Tu'a Hinu, great brother, for your consistency and the work that you put in to be able to bring this forward, and all that you are learning to be able to create this. So Tu'a, it's definitely witnessed the expansion, and for those of us who actually do something like that, where when you're learning something new and you're implementing it and putting into something that you're bringing forward, the amount of time and energy and ritual and effort that goes into being able to do that, and then expand it, because you're consistently learning while you're still doing what you're doing. So much Hinu to you, great brother, for your consistency, and for having the courageousness to step out into uncomfortable territory, to be able to build yourself beyond what you are now. And we're all students of the great Saba Tehuti, and this is something that we observe and have great examples in each other. So yes, this was very Nefer. Yeah, the the conversation, there's some parts that just has me hilariously laughing, because as soon as he finishes a sentence, and then she'll come, oh yeah, the cult of Amen, like it's two humans actually conversing. It's just very interesting times we are in, and it's, as we see, it's getting very advanced in what we can do. So learning this is very important. So to our great brother for being a leading example of what's really taking place behind everything that's just shown up at the forefront, because I'm sure most people that's Atef reading that. Atef was in his room on his microphone, so yeah, I'm very excited to have a great brother like you diving into this and learning this as well, great brother. So Tu'a Hinu to you, Hotep Marie, Ankh Usir, Ankh Dejed, to you, great brother, Tu'a.
Meaning up, great brother. Yeah, it's a whole process. It utilizing the programs. It's a process. It's not it has its conveniences, but at the same time, utilizing it piecing it together and, you know, getting creative with it is very interesting. So yeah, 2R for that, great brother.
Oh, no problem.
I need one of them classes too. I need one of them the JET classes.
Hey, step by step, man. We watch, man. Hey, as we keep, you know, you keep looking back and be like, man, like, look where I come from and look how far we've done, man. Look where we at right now, and then give it some time. Boom, it's gonna be flawless, man. Hotel.
Definitely working on it and expanding, you know, utilizing the technology and trying to learn the programs and everything. You know, it's too many buttons though. I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of buttons. But it's, you know, and then how you use it. You know, everything is a tool. And it's just important how you use those tools to create, you know. What are you using the tools for? You know, you could use something as simple as water to drink. Or you can use it for water torture, to drown someone, you know? So, yeah, hotel.
Peace, y'all. Am I the only one seeing this AI of Atef Rem? Am I bugging out? Y'all not seeing that?
Yeah, that's what we talking about. That's what we talking about.
Okay.
The technology, brother, is out there.
Okay.
Hey, I wasn't even looking at the YouTube. I wasn't looking at the YouTube. I was like, what are you talking about? Then I look at the YouTube. I'm like, oh, yeah, there he is.
Yeah, I see it. I said first he was on your panel. Manku, you missed it. He was on your panel first.
No, I saw that, and that's what threw me off. And then I'm switching on my computer. I'm looking at my TV and YouTube. I'm like, I can't be the only one seeing this. Am I going crazy? I can't go crazy before the 3-year anniversary.
Yeah. Technology, brother. Expansion. Expanding. Yeah. Beautiful.
That's just the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just the beginning.
There's an AI for that.
But yes, Tua Hinu to you, great brother. Tua for this, and yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So let me post the link for anyone who would like to come up to the panel. Okay, there we go. So there's the link. If anyone wants to come up, Dua Hinu. But yes, and Tua to everyone who supports. I'll be showing those here in just a moment. So yes, again, everyone make sure to get your 3-year anniversary Dua video. Say that again.
Did Jan put on his theater?
Oh. So yes, yes, everyone be sure to send in your video, as the 4th is the last day, as it does take time to put everything together. And so the 14th is the actual 2-year anniversary. So to Fix, Hush Nation, great brother, for being proactive in sending the video in, great brother. So that's the one person. So to Fix for that. appreciate that. Shout out to GC subscribing to the Per. But yes, I'm extremely excited for everything that's taking place here at the House of ATEN, and being the leading example of how to live according to the ancients, right? The most ancient of guidance and teachings, and showing how with Maat as the foundation, everything else that comes from that is able to have its proper place. And so with everything that is coming into our cognition as far as technology, it's moving at an extremely rapid rate of what's available and what can be utilized, which is important to know for many different reasons. But in most cases, when it comes to particular tools, there's a lot of people who learn how to utilize the tool for ISFET reasons. And it's important for us to understand the technology, for one, to know how to properly defend yourself, as one of the Medu words that actually created the word for technology is tech, or tekken, which is one of TEHUTI'S names, and which is the plummet of the scale that allows the scale to maintain within its to stay balanced, and that's the tech, and the Greeks adopted that to create the arts, or the tekken, or the tekkene, and then that created the muses. So we always understood technology on a different level. In modern times today, there's like a separation between you and the product, and understanding that you are the original piece of technology, and learning how to master that allows you to do some very magical things with what most people recognize as technology. So two out to the great brothers here on this panel who are putting in the work to learn this, as it's extremely important that we do so, to continue to keep pushing forward at faster rates. Prior to the internet, just imagine the amount of time that you would have to dedicate to travel to a library, find the book that you need, and then read through the book to find a particular thing, or to just read it. Just the amount of time it would take to do that, to being able to research a book, and it can be in a different language, and you can translate that into the language that you speak and read, and then you can search within that to find a specific thing, all within 10 minutes. So our ability to take in information is at an all-time high, and it's a reason why most of it's filled with ISFET and distraction, because when we truly learn how to utilize it for our benefit, then what it is that we can learn, there's no you don't have to just go to the system that was set up prior to now is becoming irrelevant. You're no longer needing to go through the same steps that we had to in the past to get to particular positions, that veil is starting to become eliminated, and everyone is given an opportunity to be able to advance at whatever rate that you want to do so with, and learning how to utilize the tools for benefit and not let it become a distraction. And so that is the challenge in today's time, because the youth, they're growing up with it, so they have a natural ability to be able to just learn particular things. So trust and believe that there are young men and women who are learning some powerful things and are utilizing it to be able to put themselves in particular positions, and that's never been able to be done before now. So I always love to make a point to make sure that we're not getting left behind when it comes to that side of it, because that is where everything is going, and our children will be able to take and have the greatest advantage on every forefront, on every level, by having Maat and the eternal, the immortality teachings as a foundation to control the outcomes. And it starts with us and putting ourselves in positions to be able to teach these things, and not have to necessarily depend on sources outside of what it is that we're building to be able to do that. So I'm very excited, very proud of everything that's taking place here, and everyone who supports and appreciates this, and those who assist and putting this where it needs to go, as we're going to continue to keep moving forward, keep expanding, keep growing, keep learning, keep trying new things, keep bringing forward new ideas, keep creating, and keep challenging ourselves until whatever thought comes forward happens at will. Yes, I'm just very happy. To our great brothers, Atef Rem Kemetic. This brother does a lot of stuff behind the scene, and it shows in his presentations. So yeah, to our HENUT'S, great brother, for expanding your knowledge in this, and taking what originally just started as you reading from the book yourself into an actual beginning stages of a actual show and production with visuals. So yeah, much love and Henu and Dua, two great brothers. So wonderful job.
Nini, you're a great brother. I appreciate it. I owe a lot to you. It's my effort, but you're definitely a great teacher, and Henu to you, and your tips and your example and everything that you do, great brother. I definitely owe a majority of it to you, great brother, and as well as these brothers here, and of course our great Saba, Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. That's why I say it's a I just want to learn. That hasn't changed, and I'm learning, and I'm having fun as I'm learning, even though, like I said, it can be challenging because I really don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what's going on, and and that's true as well. And like you said, because there's so much technology out there. What do you use? What program? How do you do this? How do you do that? You have these thoughts, and you want to bring them forth and be creative and so on and so forth. And you definitely have to start, and so I'm so glad that I started, even though I was what we finna do, what, huh? I was confused. I'm still confused, but I'm going with it because the frequency is correct. So as long as the frequency is correct, I'm just try to do my part. Just play my role and play my position, I should say, and just continue to move forward. So yeah, hit new to you, great brother, and hit new to of course to all the sisters and the moderator. Amunet does a great job every every now and then. I'll be looking at the algorithm and something to pop up, and I'm like, wow, this is, I see myself pop. I'm like, what is this? And it's a short or something. So you're doing a great job as well. I definitely got to give you credit as well, because you're a big inspiration as well, with the work that you're doing out there on the technology side. And I tell people, technology doesn't go in reverse. It does not go in reverse. And like you said, Ani, it's very important that people begin to learn how to use the technology, at least for the very sake of just protecting themselves, because these deep fakes and all this stuff that they got going on out there is yeah, so yeah, he new to you, great brother. And he new to you, Minku. You say you got a new computer, right?
Well, what ended up happening? What happened was my laptop that I used the most, for some reason, it wasn't charging, so I wasn't able to use my laptop. So then I used the backup laptop that I have, and then today I started calling around and went to a shop to have my laptop looked at. And so what ended up happening was the charger that I had was only a 40 whatever charger, and they was like, you need a 60 or up. And so I got a 60. I ended up going to get a universal charger and plugged that in, and my laptop, it came right on. So the one I always had, for some reason, it just stopped working, not being able to charge my laptop up. So I ended up getting a new charger. But on this conversation of technology, I didn't hear till after, I guess November 13th was Afrotech in Houston, Texas. And I'm just looking right now at the lineup and speakers. I guess it's like a network of 20,000 people that one way or another are participating in. Well, it's like a 4-day conference, but it seems like they have like a community of people, melanated people, that are part of Afrotech. I don't know a lot about it, but once I start talking about technology, I just Googled it real quick and saw it already passed. But definitely we have to be very aware of everything that's happening in this digital age, to figure out how it works with our lives and what we're trying to achieve individually and collectively. So it's definitely a powerful tool. So we definitely have to be in tune with all aspects of things in this universe. So yeah, Henu Hotep.
Hotep, the link is posted. Don't be scared. Come up and share your tones. We like to hear your Madu, what you thought of the presentation, your support. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, we still want to hear from you. We as long as you are respectful, we have many different guests, and we value everyone's opinion. And I just had Cynthia Sudo on there, so You know, I'm pretty sure the Greeks can come up to the panel as well. It's no disrespect. It's no, you know, we want to hear your opinion. We want to hear, you know, your comment. If you're a Greek, if you're a Ptolemy, a Roman, you know, a pseudo, a Matthew mythology, whoever you are, come to the panel. And, you know, we love to hear from you. We appreciate your support.
All right. Let me check the back and see if anyone. Nope, no one has hit the link. So, yes, come up if you would like to. And yes, as the great brother Atef said, we definitely allow those who disagree, but of course are respectful. So let me show the support for the great Meru, the House of ATEN, and give our dua, and then we'll close out. Okay. All right, so to our hotep, everyone. Look, Pooh, what you laughing at? See these emojis hitting to you, great brother. Okay, so we will start with the lovely Angela Gates, who sent in $10 for knowledge and guidance, and $2 for the knowledge. And again, these go back a few weeks, as I didn't show support during the Sacred Womb Gathering last week, so I'm showing all that what occurred up to now. So 2 out to the great Angela Gates for your consistency and for your support, great sister. And it was wonderful to see you in the Sacred Womb Gathering and participating and being able to be spontaneous with what you had to do. So that was wonderful to observe. So Tu'a Hinu to you. And next we have Jinx, who sent in $11 for support. Tu'a Hotep to you, Jinx. Good to still see that you are active in your support. Haven't seen you on the panel in a while, good brother, so it'd be good to see you on the panel. Sending you Hotep, Tu'a, for your support. All right, and next we have Robert Williams Jr.
Can we wait till you finish to do it?
Yes. Yes, Robert Williams Jr., 2072 for Minku, perfectly timing. So for Minku's class, Robert Williams supported this, and to our good brother, also for supporting the great Nani Asetmer, and everything that was sent to the House of ATEN, titled the Seshet Pauti, or the SWG, was sent directly to Nani Asetmer. So to our great brother for supporting the gathering of the sisters last week. and Tua for supporting the great brother Menku Ross class as well. All right, and next we have Nook Poo, who sent in 333 for Hotep Henu or Senu per Aten Au Ankh Uja Seneb Maat. And he sent in another 333 for Hotep Ankh Uja Seneb or Sin Neter Atef Akar Dua Henu Maat with a blue eye. Tua to the great Nook Poo. Henu to you, great brother. Appreciate you and your consistency and making sure that you also are participating in many of the things that we have, great brother. So Tua to you and for all the heka'u that you utilize. All right, and next from Ashnil Kumar sent $10. Hotep Namaste, beautiful Nefer Netchim Ebe. I think this was sent last week. So Tua, for your support, your consistency as well, good brother. Yes, Hotep to you. Appreciate you. And next, we have $20 support from Kathy Buys. And she also left a comment, left a review on the House of Aten website. So I do see the reviews and I appreciate everyone who utilizes those. She said, I go by Stone Singer and I heard about you through Nefert, Saket, Ua Kim, Sefek. So someone who was brought from the great Nefertaten Saket. Okay, wonderful. Tua for your support, and she is consistent as well. She has it to where it's set up automatic. So that's a wonderful support. She treats it just like any other subscription service that she may partake in, and she treats the House of Aten the same way, and that I really appreciate. And it shows a level of respect and importance to make sure that you consistently support without even having to directly do it yourself, which always is a beautiful thing. So Tua for that. Hotep to Kathy Buys and to Nefertaten for bringing Kathy. All right, and here we have the great brother Fix, who sends in 666 to our House of Aten for your Aku Nefer presentation. Atef Rem Maat, Ankh Ucha Seneb to you and your family. Hinu to the great Fix, Hush Nation. Hotep to you, great brother. I'll be messaging you this coming up week, so be on the lookout for that, great brother. Appreciate your support and your consistency and your growth. Yes, I appreciate you. The House of Aten appreciates you, great brother. So much Marie to you. All right, and next is Amun and Amunet. Sends in $10 for Tua or Sin Atef for your consistency. Hotep Marie with the 2 hands up. Hands up. This ain't a stick up. This is Dua. Tua, Amun and Amunet, for all that you do, for your support, of course, your consistency and your dedication to Ma'at, your dedication to each other, and applying that what you are learning. It's wonderful, just as, you know, to have multiple type of examples. It's good to see the young people dedicating and dedicated to enhancing your life and the seriousness that it takes to apply Ma'at and and live it. So Tu'a for showing what that looks like, and assisting the House of Aten in the many things that both of you do. So Hotep, Marie, to you. All right, and lastly, from what I have here is Basatut Maka Aksafet, who sends in 2072. Hotep 12/1/24. Class Henu Atef Dua. Yes, Henu to you, and of course for supporting last week as well. And Tu'a to you, great brother, for your consistency, your dedication. And just watching and observing you, great brother, it's just wonderful to see consistency take place in you and in others, and it gives a great heightened sense of hope for what's to come, and the dedication that it's going to take to really become competitive in places that we should be leading. So Tu'a Hinu to you, great brother, for everything that you do. And let me check one last thing here. Okay, so yes, that is the support for today, December 1st, 2024, the Meru of the House of Aten. Dua Hinu.
Forget that we the real champions around.
Neb Nefer Unk. Everything is beautiful in life.
All right, wonderful. Tefton already made another background. Can't sit still. I love it. All right. Let me make sure everything is good here. Okay, yes. We are Nefer. No one decided to hit the link, so that's perfectly okay. And so yes, we can begin our closeout, and I'll start. Then we'll work our way down to Minku Ara, and then the Jez Gem, and then let the Great Atef close us out. Hotep Marie, Tu'a for your attention. Without your attention, this does not exist. Tu'a for everyone who is assisting the help of the House of Aten to grow and expand. Much dua to all of you for that. We have many great things taking place, and looking forward to stepping outside and going to knock on some doors and see what's taking place. And we have to kick some doors in. But yes, Tu'a Hotep Hinu, everyone. Again, Tu'a to everyone who supports, for hitting the like button, sharing these streams, these classes to everyone. Maat fundamental classes every Friday for the Kuru, the House of Aten, 7 p.m. Central Time. And houseofaten.org. Follow us on all our social platforms, and continue to keep creating. Continue to advance your skill set. Keep learning, and learn things that you haven't tapped into before. Utilize the parts of your brain that you may not utilize as much. Exercise the different parts that make up who you are, and continue to enjoy the journey, whatever process that each of us are in personally within our own lives. To enjoy the journey as we continue to expand and get better and grow. And this is a pathway that most do not take, or most give up at some point. So for those of us who are here and understand the importance of what's taking place, and for each of us to show up as a strong pillar, as a collective, that it starts with us. It starts with self first, and making sure that that is in alignment and firm. So when we come forward in the group, that continues to be echoed. So Dua Hotep, and I will conclude with the Medu. Again, everyone, please send your videos in for the anniversary for the Tehuti Pod class. Sikim im Arit Murder Ka'a Simu Hatunatiru Pert Intete. I obtain the power to do what pleases my Ka. May the hearts of the Natiru lead me. I come forth in Hetep. Aunt Jed Usir.
Peace and love, Hotep, to Master Teacher Saba Tehuti. Dua for everything that you're doing, guiding us, leading us on this path. Peace and love to the brothers on the panel for standing firm, your consistency and your example. Your dedication is very powerful. Tua Atef for this lesson, and for teaching. You're definitely teaching, great brother, and you're allowing us to see your documentary as you are growing and sharing these exploration, and also leveling up on the technology. So Hinu Hotep to you and your family, Tua to the HOA and everyone that's in the chat, everyone that watched this or will watch this in the playback. Hope that this has touched you in many ways. We want to know more about the Netaru, and I will end with the adoration to Tehuti. Come to me, Tehuti, O noble ibis. Come to me and give me counsel to make me skillful in your calling. He who masters it is found fit to hold office. Faith and fortune are to be found with you. Hinu Hotep.
Peace, Hotep. Once again, Tua to you, great brother Atef. Appreciate that energy, brother. Appreciate that consistency. Appreciate that next step on the ladder. We just gonna keep stepping, keep pressing, and we're gonna keep evolving. So, Tua to you, great brother, and that hard work. Tua to you, great brothers, all of you on the panel. I appreciate the brotherhood, the wonderful love, and definitely grateful to be standing next to you, brothers Hotep and Nu. Peace out to everybody in the chat, everybody who supported. Most definitely just continue to like Ani said, work on your creativity, whatever it is that inspires you and what pleases your Ka. May you imbue yourself into whatever that is. Follow your Eve. You know, Hotep to our great Sabbath Tahuti Amun Hotep Ra and his Aut. I'm grateful for everyone, and just have a definitely wonderful Nefra Upesh. May Ra grant you and your family health and prosperity. May your monument be established on the foundations of Maat, and may you all rise and come forth this conscious light like the divine Ra, who rides to shine for Maat. I am the Jed Sajim Maat Him Te Pauku, Hotep Henu, Uncle Justin.
Hotep, peace and love, everybody. This was a great show. Thank you for allowing me to come forth and learn, learn and grow with all of you. Hotep Henu to our great Sabbath Tahuti, I'm a Hotep Ra, and all the supporters. Hotep Henu to all the great sisters out there. Hotep Henu to the mighty Sekhmet, to all the Natiru, to the mighty PTAH. Hotep Henu to all the supporters in the chat, everyone that consistently comes out and supports us, keeps us growing. We're going to continue to build brick by brick. No arguing, no isfet, just constant elevation, forward expansion. This was great, and with that, we will end as we begin with our beautiful affirmation. From today's reading, Cycle in the Songs of Senusret, slaying the bowman without striking a blow, shooting an arrow without drawing a bow, terror of whom strikes the cave dwellers in their land, fear of whom slays the 9 bows, whose slaughtering causes thousands to die among the barbarians. When shooting an arrow, as Sekhmet does, you fell thousands who know not you. It is the tongue of your majesty which restrains Ta-Nehesi. It is your words which rout the Asiatics. Unique divine being, useful one, fighting on your border, not allowing your people to grow weary. Henu to the mighty Senusret III, Uncle Jasanel, Unki Maat, Un-N-S, Nintet or Set Maat, Menhepapet Maat, Her in Hukui, Per Iku. I live for Maat. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Maat. Every day I advance towards Maat. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light.
I don't play with pseudos. Forget that we the real champions around here.
Don't nobody really want no smoke.
Nebna for Unk.
Yo, let's go.
Closed my eyes, then I woke up back in my bed. I could see my room as clear as looking through a lens. See, I thought I was awake, so then I tried to move, but my body shocked me like I was plugged in a socket. I started panicking and scrambling within my mental. I thought I died and now my body, I'm forever locked in. I was screaming, help me, someone help me please. But there wasn't any sound making it through my teeth. I could see movement in motion, shadows gather around me. How could I close my eyes already closed? Eating alkaline at this time, fasting Rizzo shocking. I was stuck in a paralysis, Fred had me froze. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. I finally started waking up and coming back. I was in the opposite of states effect. That's relaxed, I grabbed my phone and started to do research. Knowledge of what happened, I was in a lack. Insidious, the movie came direct to mind. Every time I've seen this, it was connected to what's not divine. Demons crawling forcefully, holding the body down. Ain't no point in trying to scream, you will not make a sound. Deep within, I knew I made that a reality. The all is mine, I saw it, and so shall it be. I start replacing fear with knowing universe is mental. Talking to my subconscious to wake me up in dreams. Then one day my spirit guides came in so essential. Daylight's astral playing loud in my dream helped to set me free. I'm back in paralysis laying on my couch. But this time I was calm, ready to exit out. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. From what I read, I need to move my arms in front of me. See a rope and pull it, separate and then release. Now I'm out, I see my house is gleaming, I accept it. Looking in the mirror, staring at my car's reflection. I was so ecstatic, flying in every direction. This was months of subconscious reprogramming and redirection. Place my thoughts in my body, wake up, that's what I did. I was reborn from that day so I could start to live. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed.